because I need to record something. And I'm using this technology to make the recording, which I'm going to edit later. So if you are tuning into this live or replay, my purpose is I'm going to do this hopefully short, which is where I typically have my problems. Introduction to what Searchie is and why somebody would want to have Searchie. And then I'm going to hopefully edit that later, put it up on my website. Excuse me. And then if anybody's here and has questions, I will answer those. But I'm going to try to run through what problem Searchie solves, why you should have it, and why it's going to revolutionize the entire planet, I think. So, and one of the challenges, of course, is when you do something live, you stumble and whatever. But it's also something that provides some tension while you're doing something and makes things a little bit more interesting. So I will be ignoring comments. I see Jennifer says, "Good morning." Hi, Jennifer. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to do this run through. I have some notes. I'm going to do the run through. Hopefully I'll edit it. Maybe I won't have to edit it later. Wouldn't that be cool? So if you'll stick with me, I'll answer questions at the end. All right? Is that cool? Tony Kashawi is here. Hi, Tony. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for commenting. All right. So for those of you just tuning in, I'm going to record something. So give me about 5 minutes, I hope. I'm going to run through something. And if you stick around, that's okay. You can ask questions later. If you don't stick around, that's okay too. Hi, Brian Olson. Thank you. Always good stuff. Keep thriving, Mitch. I love that. Let me put that up there. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Brian. And I now know how to turn those off with a keyboard shortcut. Woohoo! That's the wrong one, but it's my go-to sound. All right. So I'm going to start the recording, okay? So I'm going to ignore you. Jennifer says I won't take it personally if you ignore me. What I'm going to try to do is, I'm going to move this comments out of the way. So hopefully it doesn't distract me when I get going. All right. Great. Let's see if I can get Astro and the microphone in the right place. Hi, I'm Mitch. If you haven't met me before, I'm going to help you understand what Searchie is and what problem it solves. Because, of course, that's what we want to do, is to be able to find something that will help us solve our problems. Now, it's interesting because Searchie is actually solving what I call a problem that isn't really a problem because you've learned how to do things in other ways in the past. So who is Searchie for right off the bat? It's for people who have lots and lots of video content or maybe an audio content in a podcast, and you've got this massive amount of video. Maybe it's even just a little bit of video, but it's hard to kind of keep organized, and it's kind of hard to answer people's questions, which is primarily what you're here for. I'm kind of calling Searchie your own custom search engine for your video content. Now, I gave an example the other day to somebody about our family home videos, right? If you've been around as much as I have, you've kind of taught yourself that library, if you've taken it off of tape and put it on your computer or on DVDs or whatever, but we've all learned through the problem of trying to find something on those old tapes or on those old videos. In the old days, you had to put a VCR tape or tape into a player, and you had to fast forward, and you had to try to know exactly which tape something was on, right? What we've done is we've taught ourselves not to go searching for that content. And what Searchie does is that it creates a search engine for whatever video content you want to put into it, And you can make custom video search or custom Searchie searches for other things. So you can kind of bundle them in a way that you want to present to your community. All right, so imagine you have all of that content and you want to go find a particular instance of a family event, right? This would be brilliant. But we don't do it because we've learned that it's too hard. We just don't do it anymore. So if you'll give me a minute, let me give you a real-life example of how I've used Searchie to help a particular client. But let me show you one thing before I go there. I saw this testimonial yesterday. Probably the most powerful tool I have purchased this year, and that is saying something. The possibilities are endless, and I firmly believe that, which is why I have created SearchiePro.com for Searchie Search. Now, let me give you an example. So I'm going to switch over to my desktop so you can see. And again, I'm going to edit this because that was a little rough. Desktop. Which is not where I wanted to go. All right. This is SearchiePro.com. If you want your own demo, there is a button down here where you can do a pop-out demo. I want to show you the problem before I get to the demo. I'm in a group called UpViral because what I do is I help people build their business through creating contests to grow their email list. Now, Alessandro asked a question in the UpViral group about a video that somebody else did. Wilco is the owner of the software, and in one of his trainings, he said that he created a lead page and created basically a filter to be able to get higher quality leads from the contest. Now, I know I have answers to that. I have my YouTube channel. I have gobs and gobs and gobs of videos on my YouTube channel. But how does somebody go to YouTube and search for that content? Now, primarily, they would go up to this main search box, right? If they happen to know that I have all the answers, then maybe they would click on this search, which would only search in my content. But you see, there's a lot of different videos out here, and which one is the right one? Of course, obviously, the problem that most people have is, what keyword do I search on? But YouTube only has titles and keywords that I've put in, right? This search, if Alessandro came here, would only search in titles and in keywords and the description. He's probably not going to find it because I probably said it in the middle of a video somewhere, and he's not going to know where to find it. So imagine I had my own private search engine that transcribed every one of these videos, created an index that was searchable, and presented it to anybody that came along in a way that they could get to the specific question and the specific answer in a GIF. Lickety-split right off the bat. That's what Searchie does. I did a Searchie search engine over on my giveaway rocket.com site that lets people search through some of those videos. Now, I have not imported every video into Searchie yet. But again, Searchie is going to transcribe those videos, give me the transcription, and let me share answers with people. So if they came down here, for example, and typed in custom field, because that's what really this is. That's botched up. So I'm going to have to redo that. So Alessandro was looking for something to filter. So if I use that keyword, oops, I didn't type it right. Sorry. Filter. So if I use that keyword, it will find some things. And maybe he's going to find the right answer. I happen to know that the right answer is a custom field. And so there's always, of course, those issues with what is the right question, what are the right keywords to search for. Searchie can't solve all of those problems. But the answers are presented like Google or YouTube would do in a listing. Now the key here, the really cool, awesome thing about Searchie, is that if I select one of these, it will jump straight to the video. Come on, Searchie, you can do it. Oh, I can't click on that one because there's a bug. Let me refresh this because I know that one, they haven't searched that one yet. Filter. Why is filter not working? I've reported a bug, so now it's not going to work. Filter. Let me close that. Filter. There we go. I know. See, I've blown it. Dang it. This is what happens when you try to do things live. See, I know this video is just not working. So if you click on it, it won't play. And I've reported that problem to them. You see, it's not playing. Oh, there it goes. This is an example, pardon me, of how to answer. Are you guys hearing that? A field that filters. Does that make sense? Now, I'm going to do save. Obviously, I will remove. I think you're hearing that. All right. In the future. But we also need to. All right. Sorry. Now I've forgotten where I was. So, Searchie presents a list just like Searchie presents a list just like Google, just like YouTube would do. But on YouTube, for example, it would start playing at the very beginning of the video. In this particular situation, I know that in this situation, I happen to know that this is kind of the answer that he will need. So if I click on this, you'll see that Searchie takes them to that specific spot in the video and starts playing. Notice it's an hour and 10 minutes into this video. It's jumped right to that section where I said, this is what happens when you, and interesting result, right? But it's talking about adding a field that filters people out. So this is the exact answer that Alessandro would need. Now, one of the other things that Searchie does is it automatically ingests videos like this one that I'm doing for you guys right now off of Facebook, YouTube, and other places, so you don't have to do anything. So the automation side of Searchie is going to solve your problem of how to answer the question for somebody. I've also created on my giveaway rocket page this page. So what I've done is I've answered Alessandro's question in a Facebook Live. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to that Up Viral group and I'm going to say, by the way, I answered your question in a Facebook Live. Come over to this page and type in your name, because I used his name as a keyword. And I've added an opt-in to the front of it, hoping to get people's email addresses, right? So I'm growing my own list while I'm answering people's questions. So I'm going to put in my name and my email address. And I'm going to let myself send myself emails in the future, but you get the idea. And so he's presented with this page that has instructions, and down at the bottom is the search engine. So if Alessandro comes in and puts his name in, Alessandro, and hits answer, and if I could spell it right, why isn't that right? Oh, this is the wrong one. Oh, dang it. Again, this is what happens when you do Facebook Lives. See, this is the one. When Alessandro puts in his name, he will get the actual search result of the answer that I gave on a Facebook Live. And if he clicks it, he will be able to get right to the specific point in the video where I answered his question. Alessandro asked about. Now that's pretty amazing. I think that's pretty amazing. Thank God for edits, right? Why didn't that put me over on my screen? So imagine having your very own custom search engine to help you do what you do live video for, recorded video for. You create answers to help people. This is going to revolutionize the industry. The ability to answer questions. Now, Stu McLaren, who created Searchie, gives the example of how he added Searchie to his membership site, and customer support emails went down by 80%. People are searching for their own answers, and if you provide them with your own custom, your branded, when you provide them with your own custom branded search engine, you get them right to your answers, and they believe, this is not right. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Searchie helps you create your own custom branded search engine so that you can provide the answers your users are looking for. For more information, check out searchiepro.com. Thanks for tuning in. I hate this kind of ending, but you get the idea. All right. I might have to do something with that later. What do you think? Did that work? Is anybody still watching? Have I totally blown it? Now, by the way, I'm using Ecamm to broadcast. This is also going out to my Facebook timeline, my Facebook page called Giveaway Rocket. It's going out to twitch.tv. It's going out to YouTube Live. All of those are being added to my recordings on all of those platforms so that people will be able to see me botch that later on. So does anybody have any questions about Searchie? Did I make it clear enough? I feel like I want to do that again, but oh well. It is what it is, right? You can't be perfect, and you're showing your own humanity when you have some missteps. That's okay. Maybe somewhere down the road I'll have an even better version, but I like what I'm doing, and I think hopefully you can see. There's my confetti. Hopefully you can see what an amazing tool Searchie is. Alright, thanks for tuning in. If nobody's having any questions, the confetti's stuck on the screen. It's supposed to go away. I'm like, what is that thing right there? That's the confetti. Oh, mercy. That's what happens in live TV. Thanks for tuning in. Nobody seems to have any questions. I will talk to you again later today, I think.
Oh my gosh, did you hear yourself? Bye, everybody. Bye.